Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. It is October 7th. What do you say we find out what movie we're watching today? Let's go upstairs and find out. Okay, October 7. What are we watching today?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Classic. So initially we rigged the calendar for every Monday and Tuesday to be a movie we've seen before that we're familiar with because I have to work pretty late, but I don't have to today. So we're gonna swap it for, if you remember, we put alternates in here. So let's see what we're gonna watch. Something we've never seen before, first time watch, and it's Presents. Soderbergh, Steven Soderbergh movie. Excited to check it out. Whoa, I'm like kind of blown away. I mean, I thought that movie was great. That was so good. It was like a blend of a lot of things that I like the movie The Others, The Sixth Sense, which we just watched. What else? Casper the Friendly Ghost, The Visit. It felt like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. If you've seen this, imagine it being in M. Night Shyamalan's filmography. You can totally picture it there. Plus, the music didn't sound like James Newton Howard, but it had James Newton Howard-esque things about it, which sort of made me think of the golden era of M. Night Shyamalan when he was collabing with James Newton Howard and everything was just like great. So that's sort of like what this felt like. This was really good. Can I tell you about the movie? Can I tell you something about it? This isn't even a spoiler. I don't think I will get into spoilers. Just because I think you should see it. But the one thing that I'll say isn't a spoiler because it happens right away. This movie, this is a haunted house movie. This is a ghost story. Also reminded me of the movie Ghost Story with Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara. Great movie. A24. So this is Steven Soderbergh, and what it is a ghost story, like I said, haunted house story, from the ghost's perspective, which is sort of what makes it like that movie, Ghost Story. Who directed that? I don't remember who directed that, except for in A Ghost Story, you know, you see that like classic ghost look with the sheet and everything. But here, that's not the case. That's not the case. It's just like invisible, but everything is from the ghost's POV, completely. Like not over the shoulder shots or anything. It's like from the eyes. And then there are things that are happening inside the house, little movements. Some of those little movements they remind me of Unsolved Mysteries. Do you remember watching Unsolved Mysteries when you were a kid? And there was that one episode where it was like, I think it was a loaf of bread or something, like floats across the kitchen. Maybe it was a knife also did or something like that. I think it was just maybe a loaf of bread. But, you know, things like that happen, but it's from the POV, so you can sort of picture the ghost picking these things up and placing them somewhere else. But then there's a moment where the ghost backs up into a corner. You like your POV backs up into a corner, and then you see a door move. And you're like, oh, okay. So the things that the ghosts are doing, doesn't have to come in contact with, right? It can do it sort of, you know, telepathically, in a, you know, telekinetic sort of way, like Jean Grey from the X-Men. And I don't know, I just thought this movie was beautiful. It takes place in a great house, which we're moving all throughout. We see some porch and patio, and a family has moved into this house. It's a mother, played by Lucy Liu, a father, played by Chris Sullivan. You may know him as Taserface. And he was actually in town just this week for some reason. He was at one of our apple orchards that I've featured here on the channel before. He was in town. I don't know why. So Taserface is in the movie. and he's the dad. And then they had 2 kids, and they're like teenagers, right? Like high school age. And the girl's noticing some stuff. Not everybody else is. So it's kind of poltergeisty also. So Sixth Sense, Poltergeist, The Others, Casper the Friendly Ghost. I know I said another thing. But anyway, I don't know if I want to say too much more. I just want you to go see it. If you haven't seen Presence, check it out. It's good. It's good. I really enjoyed that and could imagine myself watching it again. I don't really have the time to rewatch movies over and over again anymore. In my Octobers, when I'm watching mostly like horror films or whatever, usually they're dedicated to a specific movie. So I don't know how often I would watch this, but like back in the day, this would have been a rewatch, like a frequent rewatch, I think. But also, major shout out to Ghostbusters, which got neglected today. Sorry about that. We pulled Ghostbusters, like I said. This is a great movie, classic, one of my favorites of all time. We pulled Ghostbusters, but it turned out, and that one was placed in, like a familiar film was placed in today's slot because I thought I was going to have to work extra late. And, you know, like from home on my computer. So I wanted a background movie, one that I know very well. But it turns out I didn't have to work late today. So, yeah, we decided to pick an alternate, and it was Presence. And man, am I glad we watched that, because otherwise that would have gone on the calendar next year. Go check out Presence. I'm curious if you liked it. And if you didn't, you know, that's fine too. But let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I'd love to know. And perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.